All right, hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Felix. I quickly want to show us one first. Stop backtesting with demo. Stop backtesting with demo. All right. Secondly, I have a software that's going to help you to trade very well. It's going to help support your trading activities. But what I want to tell you is that stop backtesting with demo. Okay. Why am I saying that? I'm telling you because when you use demo, there are likelihood that you're not going to be very serious and dedicated the way you're supposed to trade it. Why am I saying that? Instead of backtesting with demo, look for a prop firm and pay. So that if what we're experimenting as a backtesting, as far as you are trying a strategy, you just learn a strategy you want to implement in backtesting it, go to demo, go to prop firm. Use prop firm to backtest. Why? Because if eventually the backtesting work and you succeed in getting it right, it will take you to money making. Yes. Why? It's going to take you to money making because if you backtest with demo, there are discipline you will not inculcate. I have reason. Now, I say I have a software that will help you too. When I'm talking about software, I'm not talking about algorithm construction. Algorithm construction is actually coding what we call trading indicators and program it when there's a cross, like using MACD, that when the signal line crosses the MACD line, give me pop-up and all of that. So that's, but when I'm talking about AI, that's dynamic to situational issue that give you things as it's going on and going to give you information. In a nutshell, this software is going to notify you when to buy, when to sell. Okay, let's leave that. Secondly, especially those of you who are new people, you probably may not have money to start subscribing for your TradingView and all of that. Now, some of those prop firms use a kind of web-based platforms or trading platforms, especially like Match Trader, Trade Locker, that have everything you are looking for on TradingView into that your trading platform. All right. So this is going to help you. Now, the good news I have is this. If you've not heard before, we don't have prop firm. Normally, prop firm is that you need to pay money, right? You pay money, to buy the account and you follow up with the account and all of that. That's prop firm for you. And of course, and people who used to buy instant funding, me, I count it as a waste of money because you are going to buy more expensive and they have conditions. So you go for a challenge account. After all, it's backtesting. Now, this is the good news I have for you. I have a platform for you called Atlas Funded. Now, one of the unique aspects of the Atlas Funded, there's a segment there called Access. So Atlas Funded have different parts, but this Access, look at it. The Access allow you to pay a little amount and then start the challenge. Though, when you pass, it's a little bit, there's a little price difference in when you are paying all before you start the challenge. But this one, you pay very little token to start the challenge. Okay? So even if you lose what you pay as a little token to pass the challenge, it's not going to be an issue. And so, but I would advise you, when you want to start with at least affordable one so that when you pass, because I have some of my student who went and subscribed for 200,000 challenge account. And distant time he passed, but he didn't prepare for it and he didn't know that the cost was about $1,600 and he has passed. So the good thing is that when you start, you can pay token maximum $10. Yes. So if you lose the account, you only lost $10. I think it makes a lot of sense. Yes. So if you lose the account, you only lost $10. So you can look for another money and buy. That's the advantage. I see as a very fantastic stuff. Okay. Now, another one didn't know that the challenge, he went for 100,000, and not this time he passed, and he didn't have money to pay for it. And I think it will take a few days, I don't know, for you to pay. If you don't pay, that means over. Then another one bought 50,000, and he didn't know that it was as high as that, because we have different prop firm, okay? We have different prop firm. So like some of us, we make use of Trading Mastery, okay? So we make use of Trading Mastery, and they have different challenge account. Okay, I probably may not be able to log in here. You have different challenge account on Trading Mastery. All right. You have Funded Next. All right. So FTMO, all of them. But this Atlas, the unique aspect is that you want to back test. I'm not even talking about it because for you to actually talk about talking about investing, perhaps. I'm not talking about that, okay? I'm not talking about maybe just buying prop firm. I'm talking about you want to back test, or you are a beginner, you do not have money, don't have enough money, but you want to buy, you want to start the journey, then you make use of Atlas. Now, let me show you. The part when you register, the part you're going to use is called Access, all right? Atlas Access. So I'm going to click to show you conditions, all right? The conditions of Atlas. So we have 2 steps, all right? Asset Atlas, 2 steps. So it's 2-step access, and we have 1-step access, all right? So 2 says face model with realistic profit target and generous risk parameters, all right? 1 step, all right? Simplify 1-step model for faster evaluation and fewer requirements. Add-ons such as 100% profit split, no minimum trading days, all right? And weekly payout are available at a checkout to customize. So, of course, you pay for the add-on. Now, let's look at it. 2-step. Your phase 1. So, your phase 1, of course, unlimited time for passing, not like those days. So, your phase 1, minimum trading day. So, even if you pass, but you should have traded minimum trading days of 5 days. So, your profit target for your phase 1 is 4%, right? 6%, sorry. Of course, your daily drawdown 5%, while the maximum drawdown is 10%. Then your phase 2 profit target is 4%. So your minimum daily drawdown, that's your maximum daily drawdown is 5%. And then so that means all in all, you have to do 10% profit target. But when you are funded, your daily drawdown will be 3%, and then your maximum overall drawdown will be 6%. Okay, so now let's go. Pricing. Now, so when you pass, so if you are doing first in the phase 1, when you subscribe now, you are paying $5. The moment you pass it, you go to phase 2, you pay $5. That means together you pay $10. Now, when it's time for you to, if you pass level 1, level 2, if you are going for, let's leave all those. If you are going for prop firm, then your small money is not making sense at all. But sorry, 10,000 compared to somebody who will be trading with $100, I think 10,000 would make sense. So, but I consider better chance from 50,000 and above. So you have to check 25,000, $10 plus $278. So altogether would be $298. Okay, then so 50K, so 418 plus $10, that will be $428. Okay, so that is for this phase. Okay, so 100K, so 100K, $10 plus $788. So, but if you are doing it direct, it's not as high as this. It's about $500 and something dollars. So the leverage that you have opportunity to just put $10 as your betting ground, that's where this difference come on board. So let's say you are going for 50K. So do the analysis. So 50K, when you are funded live, let's look at 3% of 50K. Let's look at it. So $50,000 multiplied by 0.03. That's your daily drawdown. That's about $1,500. So you shouldn't be reckless that way that you are going to be trading and having a drawdown of $1,500. So if I were you and I'm giving that on daily drawdown, I would rather trade maybe 5% of my daily. So multiply by 0.05. That's about $75. So every time you are exposing to the market, you try 5% of your market. So if you multiply this by 20, let's see, that's 1.5. That means you must have lost consistently up to 20 times for that account to be taken back. And there's a reset anyway. So I'm just using kind of strategy for you. Now, so let's go to other policies and all of that. So you can pay for add-on if you want to be collecting weekly. If not, it's at the end of the month, you can withdraw. So if you want to be collecting weekly withdrawal, you pay 20% of your total cost. If you want to be bi-weekly, right, 10%, that's every 2 weeks. Then 100% profit share. So you upgrade from 80 to full payout. So you're going to pay add-on of 20%. Then no minimum trading days. You have to pay 20%. Okay, so I'm just showing you all of those conditions and all of that. This is going to be making a lot of sense for you because they use TradeLocker. Okay, so let's quickly look at it, right? So you have other things and all of that. So, but for somebody who wants to do only one phase, only one step. So only one step, what's the difference? The difference between only one step is the cost is a slightly different. This is 380, while the other one was 270 something dollars. If you are going for 50K, huh? Is it 50K or 25K? Excuse me, I beg your pardon. Let's go back there. I think it's 25K that's I see. 25K is $278. So why here you are paying $308? Okay. So you can see. So now, so here, 50K, $458. All right. Why here? It's okay, this is a reset policy. So okay, why here? $418. 418, 450 something. So they're slightly different. But you that want to use it for experiment. And so what is the profit target? Let's look at it. What is the profit target? Okay, one step. Okay, the profit target is just 6%. So it's 6%. So 6%, okay? And then daily drawdown is 4%, while maximum drawdown is 8%. So let's say you buy 50K account. So if you buy 50K account, you have to do 6%. So you have to do 6% of 50K. Let's look at it. That's going to be 3,000. Right? So that was going to be 3,000. So 50K, yes, 50K multiplied by 6%, that's 0.6. Multiplied by 0.6, 0.06. So you have to make $3,000 profit, and then you to get funded life account. Now, once you are funded, you have 3%. Okay, you understand? So you are now going to pay $458 to have the life account. So this is where this fellow have this issue. He did one step, which is $1,678. Now, if you do two steps, look at it. If you do two steps, look at this. Two step, you are paying $1,478. Okay, so you can see the difference, right? There's a slight difference in the cost and then the conditions. All right, so the cost. Let's look at the difference for 200K, $1,600, $1,678, $1,678. Let's look at it. $1,678. So take away how much? All right, here is this. 1,000, so take away 1,478. Oh, funny enough. That should be about $200 difference. Okay. $200 difference. So for 1K, for 100K on this level is 868. So 868. So let's do 50K anyway. Let's do 50K. 50K here is $418. $418. So 50K here. Where are you? Okay, so $458. 458. Take away 418. So that's about $40 different. Okay, so now let's go. Let me go and pick an account to do you example. So you can see now, so you want to do back testing. And so for you want to do more back testing, you want to buy the one of level 1 and level 2. After all, it's 10% you are to target so that you will not just pass the account too early. Yes. So you will not just pass the account too early. It's very important, right? Good. All right. So let's go. Let's do and try it out. Let's go here. I want to log in and I will bring you to the leaderboard. Let's go. I want to log in, start the challenge. Sorry. Okay, so I want to log in first. So you want to start, you're going to see a link in the comment section. Then you go there and you go there and click on the link, register and follow instruction. So you may want to use, but so beginners, don't use MT5, use TradeLocker because I want you to see that platform to interact more in your market analysis. But experienced traders, you may just go ahead because there's a MT5 and all of that. It's an option if you want to use to trade. All right, so now let's go. I'm going to share with you. So just to show an example, let's go here. So I'm going to click on Start Challenge. Okay, it pop-up Start Challenge. So you need to come and click on Access. So is it one step? So let's say I'm taking one step access. And say you are paying $10. I say no issue. He said TradeLocker. I say no issue, right? MT5 is there, Match Trader. This is lovely. So 50K by default is already there for me. So what do? I'm paying with crypto, so I click on Continue. I don't know why it brought me here because I've already done all of this before. Sorry, let me just try. Because taking me around like this. Okay. All accounts. Okay, so let's go ahead. So I can just fill it up. So I can just fill it up so that we can quickly get done. I can fill it up. We quickly get done, okay? All right, so I've filled the form already, and then for me to continue and then buy my package. So you see Confino credit and debit card, Bright, Zaza Pay, and Taza Pay, or credit card cryptocurrency, and that's what I use, okay? So I agree to policy and then place order, okay? So I'm placing order now. So we're waiting for it to come up. So it has, all right, it's coming up. One is this, which one is this? Okay, so rolling up. Good. So you can see, no, I'm not paying with this. I'm paying with crypto, ladies and gentlemen. I'm paying with crypto. So here we come. So we see crypto, Theta, and USDT. All right, so I'm paying with USDT. So I select, so on which protocol? Wow, what's this? Okay, why on Tron too expensive? On Ethereum is now cheaper. On Optimism and all the like. Why on Tron? So you have to check, is it the one that is better for you? So I'm going with Binance Smart Chain. Come on. So I'm going to go to my phone, right? And then make the payment. So I'm going to scan to make the payment. So that means I have to go to my own app. Of course, you should have crypto before going ahead to do this. You should have your crypto with you. Right. So let's go. And of course, it will give you some time reading. So anything you are doing, what has to do with transaction like this, you have to be fast about it. So let's go. I'm going to pay in $10 point something. There we go. I want to scan. So I want to scan the code, QR code is scanned, double check the address to BP20. So $10 point 032571. 2571. This is my Charlie Mustang. 2571. I'm going to put 8. So I'm going to put 8. That's 10.0328. So that's 71. Because I don't know why it's doing that. Okay? Because it's not accepting additional digit. There we go. So it's going to ask me to do my verification. So the code is sent to my mail. So I'm going to pick the code from my mail and paste. Don't worry. You probably may not see that. So because my mail is my phone here. Okay. Take the code from my mail. Where's the mail? Where's the U? Where is you? Where's you? Where's you? Good. Gmail. So it's pumped up here. Bank dumping dollar grams. Okay. There we go. I'm trying to pay. So paste the code. Going to get to my authenticator. So when it has to do with online, you have to protect yourself with 2FA, do a lot of protections and all of that. So let's go to make payment from wallet. So you can just click and it will synchronize to your wallet. So there we go. I've sent the money. So so we allow it to run. Once the payment is completed, we're going to have it synchronized. Okay, we're going to have it synchronized. So now we're waiting for it to get done. Okay, so by the time it gets done, pay from wallet, I'll just click and it will synchronize me with my external wallets and all of that. So now, so let's go back to a few things that probably you may want to ask more about this stuff. Okay, so there we go. Let me just share with you so that you still share some stuff with us. And why I told you to use TradeLocker, because you're going to learn a lot of things about TradeLocker. Okay, perhaps I could take you to TradeLocker just to explain certain things to you. So, but looking at this guy, Atlas, there's a lot of information you want to go through on Atlas. Right, what's this one saying? Is it a testimony or something? Can balance 105, valuation step 1. Okay, one step access, payout request, yalla, yalla, yalla. Yeah, so this person say MT5 available. Yeah, amazing, right? Yeah, in all of those steps, there's a 3-step now. Get started, look at the access, instant funding. Okay, MT5. You can see all of those other ones. So if you're doing 1-step or 2-step, not access, so it's quite cheaper, right? You can see 100K, you're only paying $245. Man, that's crazy at very cheap. So that means you want to pay as you go. It's your money. So your money is in your hand. Then so you can use expert advisor as EAs, can use robots to trade. Oh, first time with Atlas funded, limited time, 50%. I didn't even remember. I didn't even know. Okay, although you may not be privileged of that because of the style you're taking. Some copy. Wow, that's amazing. 50% still with this? That's something. Exclusive discount, first time with Atlas funded. Oh, wow. Wow. I never knew that. So, okay, my payment is true. It has say paid is true. So perhaps I need to check my mail. So the payment is true. That's giving me payment is true. Wow. So they have sent me. All right. So this is lovely. So you go to your email and they will have sent you detail. Now they have said, Felix, thank you for becoming a trader with Atlas Funded. All right. We are committed to blah, blah, blah. So they've given me the login detail and say it's TradeLocker. So let me just show you. Let me just show you. Let's share back there. The account is instantly funded. Sorry, as in it's already, the payment is sailed through, right? That's the deal with crypto, you know. What is it? See it now. So that is sailed through, go to merchant portal. So it's now sailed through. We're done, right? Okay, since we're done, so we're done now. So let me just refresh this, please. It may take me out anyway. Now, so why I'm showing us this, all of this thing is the fact that, okay, so can't overview, you could see now. Okay, you see now, go to metrics. Nothing has happened, so there's nothing in my metrics. So nothing will be in my metrics. So you have to start trading, equity is complete. Ooh. So you can see all of those daily loss equity breach. If you hit below this, you know, what's it called? One step account is one step account. Wait, yeah, it's 4%. Yeah, so $2,000. So 8%, so 46,000. So that's $4,000 maximum drawdown. So I've just showed you all of those things. Okay, everything there. Get it this way. Profit target. That's 6%. Daily loss 2,000. This. So it has given you all of this. Okay. So now we're going to go to Trade Locker. So we're going to go to Trade Locker. Okay. So Trade Locker. So I use Trade Locker. I could open it and it will come and bring my. I'll go and bring my previous this thing here. So okay, so this is Trade Locker. Popping up, right? Start trading. All right. Okay. I think I need to just go and copy my other link from another place because it's bringing me to like kind of sub menu defining a lot of momentum. So let me just copy my Trade Locker link here. Okay, I think you need to type demo.tradelocker.whatever. Right, so let's come back there. So I paste it. Something like that. I hope you will not bring me to my old account here. Okay, fine. So if you go to my email, I hope I will not jam. Anyway, let me know those. I have an existing account, Trade Locker. So look at it. Hello, Felix. Okay, there, Felix. Thanks for becoming a trader with Atlas Funded. This is your first step towards becoming a fully funded trader in one of the industry most straightforward and transparent evaluation process. So we're committed to building successful partnerships and mutual growth. Our dedicated team is here to provide assistance, and we encourage you to reach out to us for any support you may need. Thank and all of that. So your login detail will have been sent to you. So quickly, let me just copy our login detail and log into the trade. Fantastic. There, ladies and gentlemen, I'm logged on to Trade Locker now. Of course, that's what I use with my Trading Mastery account. So you can see the account right now, 50,000 as the balance and the equity available, right? I'm logged in. Now, please, when you're logging into Trade Locker, ensure you actually ensure you log in. They will give you Atlas will give you, right? So Atlas is going to give you ID number and all of that. So you need to use your email to log in, and that's what you're going to have. So you can see now, so this is TradeLocker. So why I actually ask you to use TradeLocker is that it's going to help you a lot to maximize this. So I'm going to take off a lot of things here, okay? So you go to settings. You're going to go to your settings. I'm going to take off a lot of things here. So if I go to my settings, so remove this trade, one click, leave it, don't enable it. You need to allow notification your browser settings to receive push. Do you want? Maybe, maybe not. Okay. Invert margin level, not recommended. All of those things. So trade on chart, yes. Okay. So now, what's other thing? General. Data and transparency, security. I think that just is what you need. So this one is enable. Show up to 100 last trade on the chart. No, 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 I don't need it. Remove it. All right. So if you enable one click, so if I enable this one, so that once I click, it will initiate the trade. So you may want to enable it. Okay. You may want to enable this one. So you enable one click per trade. So you are done. All right. So, market is closed now because this time. Now, so other thing I need to move, I'm going to move a lot of things off. First of all, look at market panel. I'm taking it off. I want to see my chart, right? That's what I was telling you about TradeLocker. But the moment you remove that, it's going to give you the control panel that you can move around, right? This one say order panel. I want to remove it off. Okay, it says then where are you going to see your order? You can always enable it. Trade panel, I want to remove it all. Oh, Felix, what are you doing like this? Don't worry. Anything you want, you can always click it here to see everything. So because I want to trade without struggle, I don't want to have stress on my chart. So now the thing you are going to do is that you can change you can expand everything. So I can remove this one or hide it. Can you see now? You're having a wider space to trade, a very wide space to trade. Okay. So the next thing I probably could do is to now probably change so I'm going to go to settings, and I think it's okay. So I'm going to go to my settings, background. I want to change it to white so that I can see clearly, or something more cool. So it depends on what you want anyway. Depend on what you want, what you love. But as a beginner, you need to see something clear. But if you want it black, why not? Can allow it to be black and you are fine with it. All right. So you can just follow what I was doing. Right click, and then open up and all of that. So every other thing you probably want to do, you can do, right? Just to make it a little bit easier for you. Okay. So if it's black you want, fine. You can leave it at black that way. So if you are good with it, right? If you want to change your candle, you can double click on the candle and then change other thing. If you want to make the border to be white, it's your choice. All right. So if you want to make the border to be white, so you can make it to be white if that's what you want. Want to make the border to be the red it was, so you can allow it to be there that way, right? So then the wick, want to make it black, but you can see if you make it black here, you're not going to see it. So that's why right-clicking and come back to this Canva and change this one to white may really make more sense for you. Can you see now? So you can see what you are doing very clearly. But if you're allergic to white, why not? You can change anything you want. So if I change this, I can change my border to black. So to make something more beautiful and not shouting, okay? So you can see now the candles are no longer shouting. Can you see now? If you like, you can change this one to black. If that's what you want, something more mature, okay? All right. Can change it to black so you can see what you want to do. So your timing, this is where you check your time. If you want to change to weekly, all right? You can change to weekly. All right. You're going to ask me now, Felix, then there's something I've not seen. So how do I pick order? Very simple. So you have done this. So daily candle back to this point. If I want to make it a line chart, you still go the same way. So you just have a pure trading view here, right? All right. So that's just the lovely thing about this. Okay. So let me go to search for coin that you want to trade. Felix, this is now the problem. I don't know where I'm going to pick order from. So if you want to rename it, okay, I can rename it. Can rename it Felix Atlas or Felix Backtest. All right. Back test. Because that's what I say I'm using it for. Felix backtest. So now you can see market panel, order panel, trade panel. So if I click the trade panel, it pops up, right? So I close it. If I click order panel, can you see now? So you can always hide it, right? If you make this one available, it will close and reduce where you should be able to trade from, but you can search for anything you are looking for. So BTC. So this is BTC. So if I click on BTC, pop up. So US 30, I don't know what Atlas we call it anyway, US 30. If that's what they call it, okay, that's what they call it. Is there. US 30 is there. NAS 100, NAS 100. NAS 100 is there. Can you see now? So BTC, like I've said, so see BTC. BTC is there. Okay, so when I am not looking for it again, I can close it, can close everything so that I will see my chart properly. Then I go back, can return it back to candlestick. Lovely, right? This is very lovely. So imagine this is how you do it. So if I go to 4 hours, right? So you can do your market analysis with ease here. You get it? So probably I'm looking at, okay, this is the market was an uptrend, but in 4 hours now it has turned to a downtrend. All right. So you already know what downtrend, uptrend is. I'm not here to teach. It's just to show us a kind of, I'm saying instead of you going for demo and all of that. So if you look at it, this is high, a low, a high. Yeah. So take this one to be low, a high, another low, so another high. So that means this market has actually broke structure. So you probably expect a kind of pullback right after the pullback, maybe going up. Okay. So now let's take this guy off here. So you can see something now. Can you see the structure? If you cannot see properly, just change it to a line chart. It will show you everything. Look at it. So all of this like an internal structure, but this is the main one here, 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 double bottom, perhaps, then here. So if you're looking at it now from that perspective, you will have seen that the double bottom was what you can say push the market up, right? Because this is 4 hours anyway. So, but this is your structure. So here, here, here. So double bottoms of the market. So let's return it back to candlestick. Right. Very fantastic, right? So return it back to candlestick. So you probably will not understand this. But of course, this double bottom you're seeing, then looking at your candle, this is like a sweep of liquidity. Eventually, so this is like here, high, then another low here. So I took all of this to be totally the next low because this is a swing, right? This is the swing low before this one was created. And now, so this is one that sweep off. But as you go to line chart, you can see that it's a double bottom. So by the time the candle is returning, you are actually looking for a buy. Do you understand? Okay, so now there's a gap. There's so much gap now, so I can't take any trade. So perhaps if I look at it now, or where do I expect this market probably to come down to? Do I have any little or minor kind of fair value gap? Probably. There is none here. So do we have here? I think very, very, very minor. Can you see? Because I expand it now, we could see it properly, right? So we could see it properly. You understand? Something like that there. So can we have the market pull back to that point before moving up? Perhaps possible. So you're now looking at when the next market open properly for you to look at, are we going to come down here before the next move, or we're going to fail entirely? Because if you look at up here, this is a fair value gap. Do you understand? All right, so this is an imbalance. So what do we have? Probably we'll come back here and then eventually inverse this one. Okay. So if I go back to lower time frame, probably 15 minutes, with an internal structure for 4 hours. You understand now? So you can see that even here is still down to this point fair value gap. So what we want to see is that, okay, we have this is a high, this one is higher. So are we going to have the market continue or whatever you want to have? Okay. So I'm not going into details just to give you that you can do pure analysis here. You want to add any of your indicator, you can easily do it if you have a laptop. Okay. If you have phone too, you download the Trade Locker on your phone and then you can log in and still do all your analysis of normal trading view chart that you're going to find. Because if you look at this now, if you go to that 15-minute time frame, you're going to see that there was a what? A liquidity sweep here. Okay. So this market actually rallied to turn back up here. And then there are chances that you have analyzed this. I think there was something that happened that pushed this market down because you will have analyzed this and see that this one now market structure shift and returned but there was no any fair value gap anywhere and all of that market move and totally return back here, sweep everything out of the way, then return back up and all of that. So you could return back to this point before the next move up. All right. So thank you very much. So instead of you struggling yourself to want to trade demo to backtest your strategy, I would advise you subscribe for Atlas funded, and then with $10, if you fail it, it's no big deal. You fail it, no problem. But you can easily backtest and move on. Does that make sense? I think it does make sense. Now, if you now want to buy another one, maybe you can buy one for 2 step and buy one for 1 step. That's $15. So when you now pass the first step, you should pay for the next step $5 again. All right. So that's the lovely thing I actually have for us. And rather than wasting time and precious time to demo trading, then let your back testing be something productive. And then if eventually you pass, you can take it to the next level. Quite unfortunately, the market is not open. I will have traded to show you how. Okay, you probably want to ask me, Feli, how do I take trade? The same way. Look at how this panel, if I now put it here, not this market, but this one, if I now put it here, so assuming I want to now trade, there's a market order and there is a pending order. So the moment you click on that market, it changes to pending order. You can see the shift here now. Let's say I say I want to come and enter a trade here. Do you see now? What your lot size? This is where you increase, reduce your lot size. Of course, this is the lowest lot size. So assuming I want to buy, that means at this price I push it to. So if I click on, look at it now. So the order is now pending, right? That's limit order. So the order is now pending. You can see the order is pending. Look at it here. So the same order that is pending. So where am I going to see it? That place I close, which is the trade panel. So if I click on the trade panel, you see pending. So if I go there now, I can, so this mark you are seeing here is to edit. So probably I see my stop loss is $111,360, right? You see you're going to lose $13, no problem. And I say take profits is 117,340, right? Say you're going to make $45, no problem, and I confirm. So it will have set all of these things, very simple. Now, if the trade peak, you start running and all of that. So that's exactly, now when you start running, you're going to find it in position. Any trade you have closed, that will fail or profit, you're going to find it here. You have a lot can, uh, you can actually get around this stuff, and then you are going to be very bubbling and fine, right? Makes sense. This is very, very fantastic. I must tell you, because Atlas is good, and I think it will help you to analyze market at a go and all of that. So when I don't want it, I just close it. When I don't want this, I just take it off so that I can see a plain chart, no disturbance and all of that. Lest I forget. Now, anytime if I don't want it, this order, I can close it. So if I click, so look at it here, see this cross, just close it, everything is off, and then we're good to go. All right, so it's lovely. Okay, if I take you to my existing account that is running, you're going to see something like that here. Let me take you to an existing account I'm running on Traders Mastery. All right, an existing account I'm running on Traders Mastery. You're going to see how the trade is running. Right, I have an existing running trade on gold. Though I've taken profits, and then I still have a pending, not, is it a pending order? Okay, a trailing, an account that was trailing, and I didn't even bother to close it. Okay, so look at it. So this is my traded mastery. You can see the profit is $40. All right, you can see the top loss. Look at where I entered the gold from, sniper entry. Enter here. I've taken profit and I was trailing down. I knew that there was going to be a bounce. I was telling somebody. So if I was not there and the market bounced back, the worst that stopped me out, but I'm already in profit and all of that. So you understand? So that's the way. So if you look at it now, if I close it, so if I click on close, you will see the trade that was closed, $46, $25, $40, $5. You understand? Right. So then pending, there's no pending. Balance. Okay, you see all of these things. All right. That's exactly how this stuff actually works. Okay. Very, very amazing thing. So just like the way I told you, the same way, close everything so you can see your screen as pure as possible. I think for me, I love the Trade Locker because I think it gives me access to analysis and all the see things more wider and with ease. Okay, so you can trade with ease. And if you are like me, but I like to see what I'm doing, not managing. All right, but you know that one of the greatest, most used top platform trading platform is MT5, and that's MetaTrader. That's what a lot of people love and all of that. So this is it. Go into your doing your analysis, and then you are fantastically good. Okay. All right. So thank you very much. You go to the comment section. You're going to see Atlas, register, fund your account, start back testing, or try. You are just learning to learn Forex. I think the simplest time to learn Forex this time. If you finish, you struggle and you're able to pass an account, you can go and look for money, even if it's to borrow, you can go and borrow because that will give you an edge. All right. I talk about Beckonet software, an AI software that's going to help you to actually make trade easy. You want to just see, they give you notification, even to notify you to go to market is enough. Okay. So, but I'm not going to go to that now. It's just to let you know that you have access to something fantastic that's going to help you to make your trade more enjoy and pleasurable. My name is Mendes Ifeanyi. I'm team leader of Plan B Express. Take advantage of this and let's move together. Bye for now.